I have a feeling this isn't going to be funny.
This is Billy McFarland. If you don't know him, he is the guy who started Fyre Festival, which, if you ask me, is the most terrifying festival in the world. And so
Terrifying?
I think it's apt for Halloween. So let's check it out.
Billy McFarland. Billy was a good boy. At 22, he had dreams of becoming a super wealthy entrepreneur, dropping out of college to start a business called Magnesis. Over the years, he managed to network with some powerful people. One of them was Ja Rule. Translated from German, I believe it means, yes, rule. Over drinks, he pitched an idea. Here's an accurate recreation of that idea. Mr. Rule, he said, I have a brilliant idea.
Like, word, like, yo, what happened? I'm like, yo, this thing 2 hours fucking this bitch.
Precisely. Great minds think alike. It will be 2 weeks of absolute luxury in the Bahamas. Mr. Rule. Promotion began in late 2016. Fyre promised beaches, ladies, gourmet food, luxury villas. Hosted on a private island in the Bahamas called Fyre Cay, once owned by Pablo Escobar.
What?
VIP tickets up to $250,000. Swimming pigs. Blink 182. Major laser. A steel drum. Welcome to Fyre Festival. The best 2 damn weeks of your life. I bought my ticket immediately. The day arrives. About 5,000 people are making their way directly from Miami Airport, and there are huge delays to get to Fyre Cay. Although I shouldn't say Fyre Cay, because it doesn't exist. In the marketing, they referenced this island, which is actually Norman's Cay, run by George Jung, not Pablo, by the way. But that doesn't matter because we're not going there either. We're going to Great Exuma. Private island? Forget that. Population? 7,000. In fact, we're basically in the parking lot of a sandals resort. In the end, only about 500 of us make it to the island. The remaining customers' flights are cancelled. You're about to see why. We're hauled onto a school bus and taken to the site, a gravel lot with a bunch of FEMA tents.
Oh no!
Remember those promises of luxurious villas? Pranked ya? Enjoy your stay, and don't forget your complimentary cup of UNICEF rice.
Oh my gosh.
Once there, no one knows whose tent belongs to whom, so staff try getting everyone into a line. Then they abandon that idea and tell everyone it's a free-for-all.
What?
Expecting a party, this guy took all of his drugs on the flight over. He's the only one having any fun.
So basically, yeah, so all these people are expecting like this luxury two week music festival.
Or music festival.
And then they get there and it's like a disaster zone.
Like an island Coachella.
Yeah, but it's like Hurricane Katrina.
Everyone else is grumpy because it's been 5 hours and there's no food.
Ooh.
In lieu of food, staff decide to start handing out tons of free tequila. This only
How many ambulances do they have on the island?
And a lot of these people don't even have their luggage yet. And it's about to get dark, and so they're like...
What about the diabetics? They can't go without food like that.
This only exacerbates problems. Once the food does arrive, it's just as delectable as promised, though. Gourmet craft single there. A few hours later, bags arrive on a shipping container. It was getting dark, and there was no lighting.
So everybody's walking around with their cell phones trying to look for their luggage.
Plenty of people had their luggage stolen. But don't worry, if you have any valuables, the festival advertised top-notch security. Here it is. But no one told guests they had to provide their own lock.
This is like a Boy Scout camp. Like this is like, it's like a survival weekend.
There are rumors of
But you
muggings.
usually don't pay $250,000.
Local.
I heard rumors of feral dogs.
A tent supposedly caught fire. The closest beach has a rampant shark problem. Staff don't have any uniforms or walkie-talkies, so no one knows who's in charge, and the people who are in charge can't talk to each other. Here's the bathroom. Many staff quit after only a couple of hours. For the few customers who were willing to just make the most of it and enjoy the music, they had some bad news too. All of the major musical acts pulled out. In fact, Major Lazer wasn't even confirmed to go in the first place.
Oh my god, so you basically just flew yourself into a involuntary 2-week survival camp.
Quarantine. It's called a quarantine.
And you paid money. Oh my god, that's just...
You went to an island.
The event was promoted cashless.
It's like they did all the advertising and marketing while nobody was putting anything together.
Yeah.
What were they doing?
So all people had were these useless Disney bucks on their fire band.
So they're cashless, so they didn't even have cash on them because they were supposed to have all of their payments on their
So they
fire
can't
band.
even go around to the other resort to
Yeah.
like get
anything or
food
catch
or-
a cab if they were stranded. And even with only 500 people, there are too few tents and beds, so everyone is just stealing each other's.
Ah!
And for any of you thinking you could just escape to the sandals, bad luck. It's peak season and they are absolutely full. People are reaching out to the embassy for help. After a few hours, most people chose to go back to the airport,
This
and the
was a
rest were forced back
scam.
home when the Bahamian government stepped in. The festival was closed. But the exodus from the island made its own problems.
Oh, that
Guests
reminds me
spent
of
hours
Nassau.
dehydrated and hung over in a hot building. Why staff locked the door isn't entirely known. But one girl fainted before they were finally reopened. Everyone gets home and that was the end of it. Except for me. I was
Steak.
rescuing someone, helping them out, and I got lost in the woods. Anyway, back at home, the shitstorm on social media was just ramping up. The Reddit Fyre Festival was created, and it started documenting everything that went wrong at the event. People were circulating a fake tweet by Jar that the whole thing was a social experiment. Some wholesome festival memes there. And it quickly turned into a marketing case study of what not to do. In response, Fyre started serving cease and desist letters to stop people from saying mean things about them. Mr. Rule released an official statement online,
Mr.
both
Rule.
apologizing and saying that it's not his fault. Interestingly, he wasn't even on the island at the time. He was giving a concert in Chicago. Although, to their credit, they offer everyone a full refund. Or, you could always let it ride and opt in for tickets to 2018's Fyre Festival.
I'm pretty sure
VIP ticket
the
to
CEO went to
next year's
jail.
Fyre Festival, if they decide to go.
Meanwhile, Billy is on full damage control. He claims that a storm came in the night before and changed all of the marketing into lies.
We got to a point that we were very excited about
Can't
on
you look
Wednesday
up
night
whether or not there
with
was a
how the
storm?
two sites looked, and we got hit by a big storm.
But the apologies weren't enough. A few days later, and the first lawsuit was served.
Attorney Ben Misalis doesn't think it's funny. He's filed a $100 million class action lawsuit against the organizers.
Then another suit. Then 7 more. Then the feds got involved, claiming Billy had
That's a
committed
class
wire
action suit.
fraud.
Ooh.
Serious charges with serious prison time. More on that later.
But first,
Right now, let's go into the history of Fyre Festival.
Yeah, what happened?
The marketing was clever. To get the word out, they got in touch with about 400 influencers, Instagram celebrities, and they offered them VIP tickets or cash to promote the event. They even managed to get Kendall Jenner to post about it. Rumor has it she was paid $250,000 for this
One VIP
post.
ticket.
Their marketing worked though. The festival
not a quarter.
sold out.
200,000
So how
was
did it go
20%.
so wrong? Let's start with the money. During the planning process, a consultant came in and said the festival would cost $50 million and require another year of organization.
They should have planned this 2 whole years out.
This is after they made all the promises, and they had nothing near that amount. So they started cutting expenses way.
Okay, so they already set the date and they made all these promises, and then a professional like event organizer said you're gonna need $50 million and another year of organization to get this right. They didn't have the time and they didn't have the money, and so that was
they
their
cut
first.
both.
That was their first mistake. Was Billy McFarland is not an experienced event organizer. He's just
Especially for
a
something that big
Right.
internationally.
he just thinks the marketing will take care of everything.
Internationally.
Nope.
Yeah.
So
Was he a tech company?
Remember those luxury villas? They were
he's
going
not
to
smart enough to run a tech company.
$10 million alone, so they scrapped them.
No
now
luxury villas.
everyone gets a tent. Deposits for the bands? Nope. Food, infrastructure, staff, all were cut back. But, you may ask, how did they have so little cash if they sold out? It's the price. It was way too low. Now wait a minute, up to $250,000 a ticket is too low. In fact, on social media, people were so merciless and unsympathetic towards the guests because they thought it was a bunch of rich kids paying for tickets with a starting price of $12,000. And you can thank fake news for that assumption. You see that number repeated everywhere. But actually, very few were paying even close to that amount. The standard price was around $1,200.
For 2
Which,
weeks?
if you think about 2 weeks in the Bahamas with practically all of your expenses taken care of,
Sugar bombs.
that's pretty bloody good. In fact, some tickets were as low as $500.
Oh my
2
god.
weeks in the Bahamas? I would have taken that.
Yeah,
You get a $300 flight.
A ticket to Coachella plus like car camping is more. I think it's around that price. It's $500. So 2 weeks in the Bahamas and all of your stuff taken care of. That's a great price.
Got the early bird special for about $500. And this covered food, transportation, ticket, and somewhere to sleep.
How on earth were they going to break even with that? They weren't. And on the flip side, there's no proof whatsoever that anyone purchased a $250,000 ticket. So basically, they're stuffed. Billy has to start taking tough short-term loans just to keep afloat. Which, by the way, is why they did the fire bans. It was to raise cash. It's reported that up to $2 million in Firebucks in-game currency was spent in the lead up to the event.
What?
But this wasn't even close to enough.
Yeah, they needed
Practically
48
broke,
million.
and with the event only a few weeks away, the more experienced staff suggested postponing. But thanks to those short-term loans, he couldn't.
Oh.
So he insisted on going forward. Those staff tried to control the damage by telling celebrities and public figures not to go.
How was the Fyre Festival?
Oof.
So, Billy and Jar are in some serious trouble. But let's please have one failed festival that has a sequel. Well, Billy is out on $300,000 bail. His assets were frozen as at May 18th. He dropped his expensive attorneys. He's selling his property in New York. He tried to sell Magnesis for $150,000, but it was cancelled for being fraudulent. Massively in debt and with no hope of paying it back, Fyre went into involuntary bankruptcy. And that is the end of Fyre Festival. I'll keep you posted about whether Billy is going to jail. So long, Fyre Festival.
Ja Rule. Oh man, yeah. So basically, incompetent CEO made a bunch of promises. He's not an experienced event organizer. Didn't listen to anyone. Had to take short-term loans. Got stuck with those short-term loans.
Well,
and
then
basically,
he got in a time stuck. He couldn't extend now, even if he wanted to.
All right. So I want to actually get into another clip of a guy that actually went, but I don't have it, so I'm gonna have to load it. This poor guy bought a ticket to Fyre Festival.
Oh.
And he vlogged his entire trip. Very interesting.
From the beginning?
Yes. So
Ooh,
first,
we got
first-hand experience of the Fyre Festival. Let's take a look.
It is Thursday, officially the day of my flight to Fyre.
Austin
I'm
J.
tired.
Mills.
I slept like 4 hours last night. I'm hitting the gym now before my flight. We're getting on this flight to Fyre, going to the Bahamas.
He's excited.
I don't know how many outlets and charging stations they're gonna have on this island, so I'm gonna try to vlog as much as I can. So we'll see how this goes.
Smart.
Made it through security to the airport. You have no idea how hard it is to get an Uber in Miami. Finally got an Uber to the airport. Listen, I'm on Swift Air.
Miami?
Wow. So that was Juliana that I just ran into. She took a red eye from LA and has been sleeping in the airport and is now on my flight to the Bahamas. And I just found out that these tents are a disaster. The beds are all wet. Basically everything is a wreck. I'm in this airport that is like the most ratchet airport I have ever seen. Basically getting on like this pop-up airline that pretty much like doesn't exist. I'm saying my prayers right now. Could be amazing, could be a disaster. Incredible news.
Already setting his
1 o'clock
expectations.
flight now delayed till 4.
Delayed 3 hours.
Now he's explaining a whole lot of nothing to people.
And you have to kill 3 hours.
Never
That guy
been
was
so
holding a
happy in
beer.
my life to see this
you
group
can
of
drink in the
bozos.
airport.
Never been
That's
so
how I
happy.
pass my 3 hours.
No, I know.
My
I'm
life.
saying he's multitasking.
The vlog ends here at the airport.
I'm in Miami.
I know. Just stay there. That's actually the best part of your
A
trip.
lot of the people
Look at this
turned
drama
around
queen.
Or stay in
Yo,
Miami.
drama queen.
Drama.
You're going into a trap.
If you guys want Austin to stay, subscribe below.
3 hours later,
Influencer.
Killing time. We still have no idea what's going on this island. We have no idea where we're sleeping. I tried to bail, they're not letting me.
He tried to bail, they're not letting him? Is that what he said?
Yeah, he can't get a flight out back. Get it changed.
Just stay in Miami then, bro. Okay.
It's the, what's that, lost fallacy?
I see what you mean. You're already
You
committed.
feel like you've gone too far
Yeah.
to turn around. Just kidding. You know what? Now he can see it. Who else has this vlog?
I know, seriously. This first-hand experience.
Isn't it pretty though? Pitch a tent next to the beach, but get a mosquito net.
Dude, but they don't
this
have
reminds me of Cuba.
they don't have any money. They don't have like. It would be nice if you were staying at a hotel or like at an actual like place with accommodation and amenities. They have nothing. They're basically wilderness camping.
What's happening?
Yeah.
See, there's water over there.
But on the beach.
Maybe we all get
But they didn't
I'm a
bring.
seasoned
Okay,
camper.
they didn't
I know
bring.
when you're expecting luxury and you
No,
get
but they
tents.
didn't bring like water, and there's no water or food for them.
Also-
That's the
Also their
problem.
luggage isn't there.
Hey, that looks.
Their luggage didn't make it.
Yes, that's also true.
This is insane. After having the flight delayed 3 hours, screeching hot plane, where we sat on the plane, finally landed, then got on a hot magic school bus. It took another 30 minutes to get here. Then they tried to get us to stay on the school
Just a
bus. We had
yellow
people like
regular
crying
school bus.
on our bus. There's like 50 tents that are ready and all the rest aren't. What did the guy say when he checked you in?
Plush carpet.
The flush carpet.
Flush down the toilet.
Mom, Dad, if I don't make it home, I love you guys. I know you told
If
me
I
and
don't
Matt not
make
to
it
come
home.
on this, but we still did.
Yeah, that seems okay if you had weed, but these guys have nothing.
My drugs would have been right with my drug dealer.
Or a drug dealer named Senor Butthole.
That's a dangerous. Do not
No one
store
can get
your
in the
drugs
rooms.
in
No
your
one can get their bags.
No, not yours. Just someone else's.
The sun's going down.
Okay. Their sun's going down. They don't have their luggage. That's why they're freaking out.
Yeah, I
People
remember
are
it showed up
panicking,
at
like,
night.
tripping out.
That's what I'm saying. The panic is real. Like,
I go make friends with the locals real quick.
no,
I
go,
hate you for telling me to come
go
here.
meet some Bahamians.
I hate you. I hate
Oh,
you
he's
for
like, I
telling me to
hate
come
you.
here. I hate you. I hate you.
Some drink.
We're gonna drink.
I did. Might as well. It's like you're stuck there. Might as well enjoy your time there.
But they're dehydrated. You cannot start drinking
Yes, they need
without
water.
knowing where your water's coming from.
Yes. That's absolutely.
I mean, drink all you want, but
Yo,
you
what
have
just
to have
happened?
water.
So we
Advil,
went back to our tent where we
electrolytes.
put some of our stuff, only to find some random people in there. We told them it was our room and to get out, and they said pretty much when they check in, they're just telling everyone it's a free-for-all to just find an empty tent and grab it. So this whole
It's a
place-
free for all
They didn't
now.
want to get beat up because some people were pissed, probably.
Sure.
Pissed
So we're
and
currently in the
drunk
dark.
already.
Walking to try to find our luggage because we went to one place already. Our luggage is not there. This is like 5 or 6 hours later. We still don't have our luggage.
Okay, I mean, I'll open
None
it
of
up.
us know what to do now. It's getting late. Someone took our room. They told us that it was a free-for-all.
So we have nowhere to stay.
Nowhere to stay. Some people are missing bags.
This
It's
is
We're just trying to get our
insane.
bags.
pitch black out. There's trucks, craziness going on everywhere. Nobody knows
It's like
what
a
to do.
refugee camp.
All the
Yeah.
resorts nearby are sold out. It's an actual disaster. I've talked to like 5 different people that work for Fyre Festival about trying to get a flight out of this place, and
We're stranded.
no one knows what to do.
There's no way to leave.
These people are carrying mattresses.
Not let me.
So we decided that it would be best to show up to the airport and just try to get on a flight back to Miami. Because everything was such a disaster, we showed up.
We weren't alone.
Yeah, there's a ton of people in here. And it's a little crazy, but apparently there's a flight we can go back on right now. If I can get back to Miami, get in a shower, and get in a fresh bed, I will be so happy.
No, that's why I said just stay. How could you not? I mean, how could you know what a disaster it would have been? Still stuck on the plane. Fyre Festival canceled. Or likely canceled. I mean, obviously we know it canceled. None of the musicians showed up.
145.
Austin's vlog. I don't know how to vlog. And here's Austin. What do you have to say? We had an amazing day. But they actually put us on an island that wasn't the actual island. Happy birthday
to you. So much closer. The plane is apparently on the way. Somehow, through all this madness, we managed to get some Polaroids.
You got it to 240.
Yeah, I think you probably get a better one.
Okay.
Oh my god!
We made it!
They're so happy to leave.
Jake, we're doing it. We're out. We're getting back. How you doing? Oh my gosh, we gotta get some water. Oh my god, air conditioning.
Are we vlogging?
Yeah, your fingers in front of the camera. You're not a very good vlogger.
I'm gonna get
Island of
amazing
Gratitude. Hey.
He's lost all sense of your
Vlog
for like 2 days.
That might have to be the...
This is the worst thing I've ever purchased, ever.
Yesterday. Quick update, it's 3:15.
3:15
Still on this plane.
in the morning.
Crazy. Some people are just getting delusional. Others
They haven't taken off?
are asleep. The Refused brothers are next to each other.
It's probably an unscheduled flight that they're trying to rush in.
to these people?
Fix the issue.
An unbelievable amount.
Unbelievable.
We need to pay attention. She's gonna be calling names. If she is done and she has not called your name, I want you to stand up and say, I was not called. I'm not gonna kick you out of the airplane. I just need to document you. So please pay attention.
Please.
Okay? Pay attention. The quicker we can do this, the quicker we get out of here.
4:51 a.m. Still sitting here.
Waiting for the sun to rise to show all of you.
Everyone has put their eye masks on now. Mason has his on. We are officially off the plane. We got everyone off the plane in order to get a count of everyone back on the plane. So now everyone's getting off. So far,
Oh my gosh.
heading to be the worst 24 hours of my life. Now that it's 5 a.m. We were
That's
gonna
not
book a
that bad.
hotel tonight, but instead payment suggested we book.
Hotel tomorrow, baby.
Yeah.
Back on the plane.
It's been documented.
What's going on?
I don't know that.
Yep, we got 111.
We got 111.
111!
Okay, then maybe they made
The
it.
sun is officially out.
This is the length of the time that we will have you here in the tarmac. There's a new policy that came out a few years ago. And I'm not allowed to keep you on the airplane anymore. I have to deplane everybody.
They have to deplane
There's a
them.
new crew coming in. We're going to be able to fly the airplane out and we can bring you on board. But for right now, we're going to have to deplane everybody.
They went over the time limit.
It's not a company policy, it's a federal policy.
It's a country's policy.
I know you guys are tired of seeing me, but it's now 6:40 and we are all in a waiting room. Yes, beautiful people, yes.
What's up, guys? I'm back again. We're all in here and we're trying to get out of the country, but we can't do it.
He's in this room. Yes, he's on the plane.
I know, what is everyone else doing if they can't even get out? They're all in those tents still.
I would have been chilling at the time.
They locked them in.
Well, I
They
fell
don't want to do
asleep,
the recount again.
but they had to open the doors because somebody passed out. Yes. Get us out of here!
The new crew came in.
Always stealing the shine.
On the plane, they had us check our passports maybe 7 times. They said there were booking issues. We got off of
Is that
the
a
plane,
reporter?
got back
About
on.
your experience. So me and about 12 of my friends here, we all were going to Bahamas for a Fyre Festival, which was promised to be a luxury vacation, kind of music, food. We were all promised an 8-person villa where we would all stay together.
We made it. Success.
We made it. America.
We are alive.
Someone.
None of us passed out. This one just did a New Yorker interview.
See you there.
I'll make sure to put it in the bio. I think it's safe to say one of the worst 24 hours I've ever had in my life.
Clock it in 11:25 a.m.
Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree. I would absolutely agree.
Pretty bad.
He was up
Like,
the entire time.
What do you think?
I think it's
And he already didn't get sleep.
Fire.
Never did I think that this festival would turn into us being stuck in an airport for 6+ hours, people being held of water, air, they locked the doors on us, people were passing out. I never thought it would get this serious, but I'm just thankful that we landed now, that everyone is healthy, and that we're safe and on US land.
Billy McFarland, you traumatize all these young people. Like, you gave them the worst day of their lives. I think, I mean, just even the infrastructure for the people there. I mean, only 500 people showed up, right? And they couldn't even handle that. That's insane.
I know. Did I ever take you through the Bahamas when we went to Cuba? Like, it was, I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, it's normal.
Anyways, if you went through something traumatizing like that and you need to chill out, check out our merch store. But if you don't have buds, we're your buds. I'll see ya.
If you liked this video, don't like, don't comment, don't subscribe, don't retweet, don't follow, don't reblog. Do not smash the like button. In fact, keep your fucking hands away from the like button. Stop. Stop.